al-Awza'i said that whosoever conceals from us his bid'ah, he cannot hide from us his companionship.
What are you doing in terms of managing not delving into dramas online? So for example, things like refutation. Is this brother Salafi? What's his background? What's he on? Who gave him the ijazah?
Let's make it clear, Akhi.
So these kind of things.
Let's make it clear. I'm upon the Quran, the Sunnah, and upon the understanding of the companions and the Tabi'een.
Alhamdulillah.
Making that clear.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Before I go any further, I got our beloved Sheikh Mufti Menk, the man far from a myth. Allahumma barik. Akhi, every day is a different outfit. Allahumma barik. Sheikh, I don't know what your wardrobe is saying, but we need ends, yeah? Bring us in, ya Sheikh. Hayakallah Habib.
If you're wearing the same outfit every day, you can come to me, inshallah, I'll help you.
Did you figure that out? Have you figured out what just happened?
Yesterday, brother Akhi Ayman,
This is a man, they far from the myth, double M, far from a Maybach. Our Sheikh, our Habib, Mufti Menk, and I hope you all benefit from him, inshallah wa ta'ala. Bismillah, ya Sheikh. Sheikh, did I do better today?
much better.
Hayakallah.
As much as I wouldn't like to address the matter, I have to. Okay? Let me explain something. It's not an issue of Wahhabi, non-Wahhabi, what. People have been here for years on end. Take the good from all of them and leave the bad. I have so much of goodness to share with the world that I don't have time to worry about others. Come on, come on. I'm busy doing my work. So many people send me messages. Oh, someone called you a Wahhabi. Someone called you a Sufi. Someone said you're a Salafi. Someone said you're a Deobandi. Someone said you're a Barelvi. But all these names, for me, I say, hey, look, even if you belong to one group, it doesn't mean that there is a Christian across the road so they cannot teach you something good. I have had people who taught me mathematics and geography and biology and sociology and English language who were Jews and Christians and Hindus and people who belong to other faiths. I took from them whatever I had to and I left whatever I didn't. You follow what I'm saying? Take the good from everyone and leave that which is not.
My brother, don't be a coward.
The question is, how do we warn people against listening to the internet sheikhs such as Menk, which is a Mufti Menk? Subhanallah.
You have this one.
First of all, we are in a very Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ba'd. First of all, we are living in very confusing times in the sense that everybody has immediate access to potentially thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people by way of things like social media and the various different forms and types, whether we are speaking about Twitter or Facebook or any of these other methods. So using these platforms, we see, and we've seen in the past 5 to 10 years, past 5 years specifically, where we have these personalities appearing. And if you look at these personalities, you will see something common amongst all of them. And you see this also in Mufti Menk very, very clearly, which is that these people, if you look at what they speak about, the nature of what they speak about, the content of what they speak about, you will see clearly that it is not based around haqq and batil, truth and falsehood, sunnah and bid'ah, tawheed and sunnah. Rather, what they speak about are things which people are, which first of all, no one is really going to dispute about. Issues of akhlaq, manners, issues to do with family, issues to do with marriage, issues to do with divorce, issues to do with, interacting with non-Muslims. All of these are really non-controversial issues. And if you ask any person from any firqa, from any different sect, you will find pretty much a uniform answer. And this is because these individuals, these people, they are really, what they are looking at is an audience. Huge audiences, huge numbers, huge followings. And for those people to conceal the truth, this is kitmanul ilm. It's concealing the knowledge. It's concealing the truth. So instead of, for example, speaking about clearly issues that they would know and would have knowledge of, such as, for example, the mistakes of Jama'atul Tabligh, or the mistakes of Al-Ikhwan Al-Muslimin, or the aspects of Sufism that you find amongst individuals or groups. So whatever mistakes that you find in the various countries that they go to, where they know that this population is from a Sufi background, and this population is from such and such background, and this population has an Ash'ari Aqidah, and this group has a... They know this, because when you go to these countries, you go to the Far East, you see that they are Shafi'i Ash'aris, you go to other places, you see they are Hanafi Maturidis, you see... All of these people will not touch upon these issues. They will not touch upon these issues. Now, some of them are very, very clever in that they will never ever mention anything controversial, which you can then say, this is a mistake. Some of them are very, very clever. And this is like Mufti Menk. They will never delve into issues about what differentiates a Salafi from an Ikhwani, or from a Tablighi, or from an Ash'ari, or from whatever else. They will never touch upon these issues. But they will speak in the most general way, so you have nothing with which to criticize them. That in itself is a clear proof that these people are not upon the right aqidah or the right methodology. That in itself is sufficient proof. When you see a person not clarifying the haqq, the truth, and not speaking in accordance with the state and condition of the people, what we know of the people, that they are divided, that they are upon various beliefs and methodologies, and leaving all of that aside, which is the true reason for the disunity of the Muslim nation, leaving all of that aside and speaking about good manners, marital problems, issues of divorce, issues of inheritance, issues of akhlaq, then you know that this man is a silent devil. He is concealing the truth knowingly. And so this is Mufti Menk specifically, and there are others which have similar traits. So the way that you warn against people like that is you say that these people know the truth and do not convey the truth. And they want to please the people, they want to build audiences, and they will never speak about groups or individuals, because first of all, either they pretend to be ignorant, or they actually genuinely are ignorant. Right? And just because they have credentials, they've been through whatever institutions, does not mean that they have understood the Salafi Aqidah or the Salafi methodology, such that they should speak on the basis of it. So either they pretend to be ignorant, or they actually are ignorant. Now contrast that to the scholars, the Salafi scholars, the people who we know to be people of ilm. For example, Imam Ibn Baz rahimahullah ta'ala, and Imam Al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala. You look at these great scholars, what you see in their biography and in their whole life history, what you see from them. Imam Al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala, you see in his whole life, it's a refutation of every group that you can see present. He refuted Hanafis. He refuted them on the issue of grave worship. He refuted the various groups, Al-Ikhwan. He refuted Hizb al-Tahrir. How many debates he would have with these people on the issue of hadith, ahad hadith, and so on and so forth. Allah's ulu, Allah's being above the throne. He refuted the Khawarij of this era, Safar Salman. He refuted Abdurrahman Abdul Khaliq on the issue of entry into parliamentary elections and things of that nature. He refuted the Sufis, Jama'at al-Tabligh. He refuted the Murji'ah, the Hanafi Maturidis on the issue of Iman. Everything that you see, he's making tasfiyah, he's clarifying the way, he's purifying the way. Same with Abdul Aziz Ibn Baz, rahimahullah ta'ala. You see in his whole history, you see him speaking about Ash'aris, Sufis, Khawarij, Ikhwan, Tabligh, and individuals as well, specific individuals, not fearing the blame of anybody, This is what we know to be from the characteristics of a scholar, of an alim. It is manifest from his speech, from his writings, from his works. You see not only affirmation of the truth, you also see invalidation of the batil. Ibtalul batil and ihqaqul haq. You see these two things at the same time. So anyone that you see in the field who is not clarifying the way in this manner, then this in itself is a proof that this person cannot be upon the way of the Salaf, and it's sufficient, that in itself is sufficient for you to abandon this man and leave him. Because it is not possible for anyone to know and understand the state of this nation, the ummah, and the splitting and the differing and the misguidances and the desires which are widespread amongst the people. And then all he does is he speaks about good manners, akhlaq and unity and marriage and divorce, and that's it. Right? So some of them are very clever. They will not give you anything by which to criticize them. They'll be very, very careful. And this is Mufti Menk. He's like that. So this is what we can say. Allah knows best.
I mean, I just saw a YouTube video where he says, Mufti Menk, this one they call Mufti Menk, where he says that we all make mistakes. We all, everyone errs. It's true, everyone makes mistakes. Hadith of Prophet ﷺ, كل ابن آدم خطاء خير خطاء وخير خطائين التوابون. And the best of those who make mistakes are those who turn into repentance. So yes, we all make mistakes, but the best of those who make mistakes are those who do tawbah. But the Prophet ﷺ did not leave us without correcting mistakes. That is the key that he's hiding, the affair that he's hiding. The Rasul ﷺ, when the man said, MashaAllah wa shi'ta ya Rasulullah, he corrected him. When he said that which Allah and you willed, O Messenger of Allah, he corrected him. He said, Ja'altani ilahi niddan, have you made me a partner with Allah? Say, MashaAllah wahdah, whatever Allah willed on His own. And the one who said, Ij'alana dhata anwat kama lahum dhatu anwat, make for us a tree to hang our weapons for good luck, like they have a tree. The polytheists have a tree whereby they hang their weapons for good luck. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allahu Akbar, you have said what Bani Israel said to Musa ﷺ, make for us a deity like they have deities. إِجْعَلَنَا إِلَهًا كَمَا لَهُمْ آلِهَةً. So the Messenger ﷺ did not leave errors except that he corrected them. When the person made a mistake in a khutbah, he said, بِئْسَ خَطِيبَ الْقَوْمِ أَنْتَ, and he corrected him. So what Mufti Menk, this Mr. Menk, wants to do is to hide those errors. Don't speak about those errors. And that is the Ikhwani principle. We cooperate in that which we agree upon, and we excuse each other in those things that we disagree upon. Even in Aqidah, we excuse. No. Aqidah must be corrected. Methodology must be corrected. Errors should be corrected. Because we want the truth to prevail. Allah said in the Quran about the best people, the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, and the prophets, primarily the prophets, because after 18 prophets and messages were mentioned in Surah Al-An'am, He said, فَبِهُدَاهُ مُقْتَدِهِ. So follow, so with their guidance you should follow. He didn't say individuals. He said their guidance, as Shaykh al-Sa'di rahimahullah explained. So it's the guidance that we want to follow. It's the guidance we want to follow. It's not about people, individuals, it's about guidance. We want guidance. فَبِهُدَاهُ مُقْتَدِهِ. So what he wants to do is cover, hide errors. And this is not the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Shouldn't hide errors. The truth must come out and the truth must prevail. قُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقِّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلِ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. Truth has come and falsehood has perished, and falsehood will always perish. Truth should always prevail and should be above everyone. Everyone. No.